Hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday. What? I'm here on a Saturday? What is going on? Yes, I'm here on a Saturday. And I see have Cheetahville View. Hello. So, once upon a time, in the not so distant past, we had crafting hour with Ava every Saturday. I don't remember what time. I don't know. Because I haven't done one since, what did it down? August 6th, 2022. So, sometime right after August 6th, 2022, I had a horrible fall and a really bad concussion and brain injury, which has affected my vision and my memory, my short term memory. The reason I had to stop with crafting hour with Ava was because of my vision. I could not see to crochet. When I tried, within about 1 minute, if that long, I got a horrific migraine. So here it is. What is today? This is July 6th, 2024. Oh, it's been almost 2 years. I just now, because I tried it as a little experiment over the weekend, um, I just now can crochet. Ah, yay! Without getting a migraine. So my vision is still healing. Um, and I'm awaiting for it to heal the rest of the way. I still can't sew. That's too intricate. I can't embroider. I can't use the sewing machine. All of that is just too intricate and instant migraine. But I can crochet again. Wah! So back 2 years ago, I was working on my red and white um, granny square pants. Do y'all remember that? I was working on my granny square pants. Well, I'm not ready to go back to that project yet. It involves some sewing techniques, and so I'm going to start back up with crafting hour with Ava, and I'm going to crochet a new project. So I see IMG is here. Hello, tapping detector. Hello. Thanks for being here. Patrick at Have Cheetah Review says you could make Buddy a sweater. I could, but I don't know if he would tear it up. I don't know. I might make him one just to see. Don't know. But today, I'm making myself a tank top, with a summer tank top. And here's the beginning of it right here. Does it look like a tank top yet? I made a little video of the beginning, so things are going to be a little out of sequence because I now that I can do it, I just can't wait. I could post the video, edit the video together, post the video, and then go live. But I'm like, no, I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna do it now. So here I am. So here I am, and we are gonna crochet, and we're gonna talk. And what I'm working with today, for those who are curious about that, I'm working with an F hook or a number 5, which is 3.75 millimeter hook. I'm using a color called Suba. Aren't those pretty colors? That's going to be great for a little summer thing. And I'm going to use a block stitch. The simple beginner block stitch, y'all. I am not jumping in full bore. I'm going to start gentle with myself and see how it goes. I think it's going to go great. So, um, I'm interested to know how everybody's doing. How was your 4th of July? And all the things. We stayed home. We we just stayed home. I didn't want to be out in the heat, neither did Doug really. Look, I didn't go over enough. I need to go one more stitch over. Here, okay. After I get this stitch, I don't have to worry about these. Like I said, this is a beginner block stitch, and um, hopefully I can do it and talk at the same time. So yeah, so we stayed home and we stayed out of the heat. We rested. We did do some cleaning work. We did some yard work. Okay, Doug did a lot of yard work. He cleaned off our patio area, as in taking everything off of the patio, everything, including the table, patio table, and patio chairs, and cleaned it. And then all he put back was patio table and patio chair. Everything else had to either get rid of it or find a new place to keep it. It was one of those cleaning jobs. And now our patio is really nice. We enjoy sitting out there for coffee. Um, it we've been enjoying it very much. You're probably hearing the fan on my computer, I would guess. I don't hear anything through my headphones, but I imagine that's what you hear there. I meant to turn some music on and I forgot. Let's change windows to this one. We have more gadgets over here. I do have more gadgets. Okay, let's find us some music. Is there this one? So what I need to know is if it's too loud or if it's just right. I think that's just right if I remember from last time. You let me know. Is that too loud? Hey there, Michael Gina. Hello. We are crocheting myself a TikTok. How's it look? Look good? Turn it down just a little. Okay. That would be over here. That's at a 25. Just need to go down more. And y'all aren't hurt my feelings. It needs to be turned down more. All right. That is perfect. All right. So what did I say at 23? No, it's at 25. Okay. Because I'm going to write that down because my memory, I probably won't remember that. Okay, so. Okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, so just we hung around, we did that cleaning, and then basically we kind of rested the rest of the time. Yeah. Everything's based on twos and threes, and I can kind of eyeball that and talk at the same time. So hopefully it'll work out. Because I wasn't talking while I practiced before. I'll show you what I did. I worked on this, and then you go through your scrap yarn, your scrap supplies, your extra supplies. So I started working on this because I thought, well, this would be a good color. And then when I went to get more yarn the other day, they didn't have that color. I don't know that color is obsolete and gone, or just where I was, they didn't have it. So I got the scuba color instead. Suba. And then I've got another project I'm working on that's a fall or a winter sweater. And so I need some more of this color, and I got some more of this color, and the sweater is these colors together. So hopefully I got enough. If not, I'll have to get some more. But I thought this was really pretty for one camera for summertime. A summertime TikTok. I thought that would be good. So eventually, as you know, it's been 2 years since I've been in crafting on here. Well, since I've been in crafting at all, it's been a sad 2 years for me in the crafting department because I love to do things. And I also am getting ready to begin some artwork. I signed up for an art class. I've still got to get my paints, which I'll do either today, tomorrow, one or the other. And then I'll have one thing I'm waiting on to get here in the mail, which is my sketchbook for the class. We're doing a not a sketchbook, but a watercolor paper. It's really thick, 140 pounds paper, so that I can, this is an acrylic class. I can paint on one side, after it dries, the next day I can come over here and paint on this side, and do the next day, and then continue on through the book. So what I'll end with is a little portfolio. Hello, Abdu. Thanks for being here. And get back into painting again. So to get back into the groove of things, I signed up for an abstract class. I like abstract. I've never done abstract painting, so that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. And then I'm going to try to learn how to digitize my artwork so that I'm able to use my own designs to put on merch. So we'd have my own designs or Doug's own designs. He paints too, and he sketches and he draws. He does very well. We'll be able to put our own designs, our own paintings on coffee cups, t-shirts, hoodies. And I got really excited when I learned that you could also put it on fabric and sew. So I could make my own dress with my own design, or a shirt or a pair of pants. I think that would be awesome. No, I have no idea how much the fabric part would cost, but it would sure be awesome. I'm going to find out. Meaning for me to do it, and, and to make myself something. But I think it would be fun. I think it would be really neat. The air conditioner just came on. It hasn't been running a whole lot because we've been comfortable here in the 80s. Today's supposed to be a warmer day today. I'm going to hold this up so y'all know what I'm doing. I'm not just sitting here looking at my lap. So there's some things that I'm really looking forward to. I've really had to fight really hard. I've had to fight depression really hard these last 2 years since my head injury. It's been awful. And so I'm excited to be back to doing things that they don't just make me happy. They're relaxing. They're soothing. Painting, just the whole world just goes over here while I'm over here painting. Because you're focused on what you're doing. The same thing with things. You're focused on what you're doing. So everything else just kind of stays over here for a while, right? It may not go away totally. I mean, the problems and things, right? But it just kind of sits over here. It gives you a moment to relax and calm. And that's what crafting and painting and drawing and sketching is for me. So I'm very happy to be back at it. Very happy. Gina, babe, my Gina says it's 106 today. Oh my gosh. IMG says it's only 93 with an incoming tropical storm. Oh my, stay safe. Goodness. We're supposed to have not a storm, but rain. I think Monday and Wednesday, or maybe Tuesday and Thursday. I'll have to look. Today I'll be going out after this live. I'll be going out to water my flowers and my garden, and I'm really excited about my garden this year. It's a total experiment because I have never done container gardening before. I've always like dug a row, put it in the ground, and there's my garden, right? My buddy's stirring up. What's up, buddy? There's no food. Nothing going on. There's no shading. No shading. He's always in the chair behind me, always, even when you don't see him. And yeah, so forgot what I was saying because I got distracted by that. Oh, container gardening. It's going to be a total experiment and a new experience for me to do it this way, but everything's looking pretty good. I only had one thing that didn't come up, and I'll have to look at my chart because I don't remember what it was. But, I knew I might not remember what everything was, so I drew a chart, and I'll have to look at my chart and see what's going on. Cruising is fun anytime. Hello. And says I'm knitting and listening. Ooh, what are you working on? Nice. Now, when I say ooh, I'm like excited, not ooh. Okay, some people confuse that. I need to find a new excited word because it sends conflicting messages. So, that just feels silly. But anyway, what are you working on? And welcome. So I'm hoping that now some of my crafting friends will be coming back. Nobody knew, first of all, this was not a scheduled live until like 1 minute before I went live. Okay, I won't lie. 30 seconds before I went live. I popped it into StreamYard because I wanted a thumbnail, right? So I popped it in StreamYard. It was 12:29 when I pushed post the notification. And it took it. I didn't know if it would. I didn't know if that'd be too close or not. But so it took it, and I went live. Let's see. Blankets for the grands. Nice, nice. That is awesome. I also, of course, this will be, I can't go back to doing everything at once, but I want to, right? So I got to finish my art class. Doug and I also are working toward and on an art exhibit. And we haven't started yet. Right after this class is over or during it, I can't just do one thing at a time. If I don't have 10 projects going, I don't know what to do with myself. But we're going to be working on that project. We're going to be building some 3D diorama. We're going to get out the kid and ourselves is going to come right out of us. We're going to be doing paper mache. And I'll have to look to see if there's an official way to do it. In grade school, we just shot out some Elmer's glue, we watered it down, stirred it to the right consistency, and we went to town with our shredded up paper, right? And it worked. And some of that stuff is still around, meaning it didn't get lost. So it lasted. So I don't know, we think it'll be fun. Make some wire mesh platform, body form of it, and then paper mache that, and then paint it into whatever it is we want it to be, right? And then we're wanting to connect that to our painted artwork, whether it's watercolors or acrylics or charcoal drawings. I love doing charcoal. Um, we don't know. It's a work in progress in our brains at the moment. We haven't even sat down to make a list of ideas to go along with it, which we need to do. But I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun. And I think people will like it. I know I will like it because it's got it's special needs and stuff. And, if in this class I learn how to do the digitize your artwork and then put it on copy cups and stuff like I teach in communities, like I talked about, like um, that'll it's up a whole new world for us because we don't have much for our channel yet. And maybe the reason for that, which was I struggled and my brain couldn't handle it. My thinking process is still not healed from 2 years ago. Um, Not totally. I'm able to multitask again. For a year and a half, I couldn't do that. It drove me nuts. I just like, oh my god, because I'm always doing something, and I've always got something over here and something here, and maybe I'm listening to something over there, listening to YouTube videos and watching YouTube videos while I'm doing stuff. And I wasn't able to do that. And I got that ability back. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Um, all right, everybody's still doing good. I need to drink my water. I need to get my stuff. Oh, I got this little bitty amount of water left in my YouTube bottle. Or oh, this still all right. And I couldn't find my crafting scissors, so I got out my sewing scissors. I have this little bitty pair of scissors. They're only like this big. They're great for just flipping yarn, but I don't know where I put them. I haven't seen them for 2 years, so they're somewhere. So I'll either find them in the next week or I'll just go buy the new pair. But yes, I'm using these very big, huge scissors to cut my little piece of yarn. But hey, if it gets cut, I'm happy. Yesterday I couldn't find any scissors, so I was using my fingernail clippers. And that worked pretty good, but it kind of frayed a little bit. So scissors are better. So for today, I went and had my yarn. Oh, it's right there. It was sitting up here. It rolled down, I guess, when I was put it there. I don't know. I don't know. But happy to be crocheting again. I couldn't find my thumbnail I used, so I had to go back into my PowerPoint files and put it into Paint and remake a thumbnail. And I had a cute little intro showing a lot of the things that I have made in the past previously. Can't find that anywhere, so I'm probably going to have to do that. I'll look again when I have more time. So they can go. Hey, when you don't use it for 2 years, sometimes it's hard to find when you're involved in it. At least that's how it is for me. Maybe. Now I'm on a new computer, but I use an external hard drive, so it should be on this external hard drive. But I just couldn't find it. I was looking up crafting, and then maybe this next time I'll search for crochet or crochet, and it might be under that. Because won't always be doing crochet. One day I might be painting for drawing, and so I'll be making intros for each type of thing I'm working on. But for now we're crocheting and we're very happy to be crocheting again. Yay. Head injuries can be really tough. And I always heard, people got a concussion, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you better soon. And those were heartfelt words. I meant what I said, but I had no idea what a concussion could be. I had no idea when I was told you have a concussion that 2 years later I'm still healing from it and still having surgery to make problems. I never would have, that part would never have entered my mind. So I take concussions more seriously now because now I know they can be life altering. And yeah, I probably would say the same thing that I would sure understand differently than I did before. So we're not going to stay on here a real long time. And maybe I'll schedule my other ones so that there's some heads up time and some notifications can go out, right? And all my friends are welcome. Absolutely, all my friends are welcome. Um, Maybe my crafting friends will see notifications and everybody come back again and craft together. I don't know. I hope. I hope. I hope. Cruising fun. Anytime is here for admitting. So, yeah, it's already working, right? Oh my goodness. I am so tired from being back to work. So, I've added one thing at a time as I was able to add. And so I'm back to teaching again and building that client base up in my schedule. And we never quit doing our YouTube or our YouTube lives. If I had to cancel that, you knew I was really feeling bad. So everything at this moment in time is looking up. That's a good feeling. That's a good feeling. Absolutely. I've seen if I'm. Yeah, so I dropped my headphones and my headphone broke. I just put it back together. One moment. This is what happens when you drop your headphones. So push the wire back in there. I need to tape it together or something. Oh, it's still kind of loose. It'll stick. Oh, it's just gonna hang there. Whatever. It's still gonna cross my whole face. Ow! Now it's pulling my hair. Should have just left it alone. Anyway, we switch. We switch to the other. All right. Okay. There's She Devil Adventures. Hello. We are making a summer tea top. And I have this fit and this color. Yeah. PR Brookman, hello. Thanks for being here, everybody. So we're just hanging out, we're chilling, making this tea top. And it took me an hour. Like I said, my thought process still isn't always as sharp as it used to be. So it took me 2 pages of scribbles and redos to figure out how many stitches to use. Because this is just me winging it. I did my measurements. I figured out how many stitches per inch. That's what this was for. And it took me like 5 tries to get it right. But I got there. That's the important part, right? And as it gets easier, as I'm doing it again and using that calculating muscle up here, it'll get easier. It will. All I know is thank goodness for calculator. Roll that out there. So eventually what I'll like to do is be up working on a project and have people up on a panel that can just be up there working on their project. Or even if you're not a crafter, but you're one of my friends that I know, come up and hang out on the panel, and that way everybody's not watching you. We'll see. We'll get there. We will get there. It'll be good. So I had somebody ask me, "Are you doing too much? You signed up for art class. You're preparing an exhibit. You're doing all this other stuff." I'm like, no, I'm not doing too much. I'm just doing about pretty what I used to do, right? But by adding it one thing at a time, it hasn't been overwhelming like it would have been. Um, I just try to do everything at once because there's still days that I'm just so mentally exhausted and busy that I just no better because my brain's like, okay, we've had enough braining today. We're going to bed. That's the best way I can describe it. Oh my goodness. We've been on here half an hour. I know we'll stay a little bit longer. Get back into the groove of things, right? And when I'm able to sew again, I will be finishing my granny square pants, the red and white checks. So they'll be red and white checkered granny square pants. I'm really looking forward to them. But I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to push it. We're going to work our way back because it's the sewing part. I just can't do that yet. I can't focus for that long on intricate things. Yes, I will. I will. So I've been thinking about chicken. Why are you thinking about chicken? We like eggs. We like scrambled eggs, fried eggs, baked in the oven eggs. Um, not tostadas. Tostadas and music term. Tostadas, is that the right thing where it's eggs and stuff together? Or we like quiche. I don't know, we're just thinking about chicken. Oh, if we can have chickens where we live. There's chickens out at the farm. And you get some eggs there. All right, I'm almost to the end of this row. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So my little video I did, I've done my first voiceover, and Doug liked it. He liked it. He said you'll have to do more of that. So with my first crochet video that I did, that we'll post sometime within the week, um, which is me starting this and doing my chains and doing that row that I'd already had done when I started this video. I mean, this live. Um, I just muted it because I already knew I was going to do that, and made sure I went at a pace and in steps so that I know exactly where I am, what I'm doing, and I'll be able to do my voiceover. kind of liked it. It was kind of fun to do it. It was a little bit of extra work, but not bad. Not bad. You know, when the finished product turns out good and you like it, to have had to do a little extra work on it, makes it worth it. Oh, I'm almost doing into this row, and then you'll be able to see what the pattern's actually going to look like. Alright, so two of these, two double crochets in the space, and a double crochet on the end puts me where I want to be. Alright, so it's going to be a pattern like this for my tank top. Yeah. Might do a triple crochet, triple crochet, whatever they call it, in the next one, next row, just to see if a little more space here. I like that better. Like I say, I'm making it up as I go. It's a full experiment. Just having fun being able to crochet again. I'm so happy about that. And we're going to do those triple crochets right now. See, that'll be, well, let me do a few and I'll show you the difference. Not right. Okay. Only have to count to 2 and 3. I can do it. I can do it. Okay, so see the difference in the space? This one versus, I think I like this better. The bigger space rather than the little space. So I'm going to change what I was going to do. I was going to do double crochets across and then double crochet for the spaces. I'm now going to do the triple because I like the way that looks better. It'll look more summery. Oh, now I'm getting all tangled up. Okay, there we go. There we go. And y'all, guess what else I did? I painted my nails for this video. They used to always be painted, and I got out of that habit. So we are back to doing that again. And I went with blue because that's what shirt I'm wearing, and it matches my project. You know, the themes. All right, I'm just going to do enough of this row to show you what it's going to look like. And then, oh, wow, that's going by fast. All right. So for the next one, next live, I will have it scheduled, pre-scheduled, so there will be notifications that go out. And if anybody's working on a project, they want to come up on the panel and work with me, they are welcome to. So today was just getting back to it. Seeing if I can talk and crochet. So far, so good. That's why I chose a very basic thing to do, so I could not have to be counting every single move I make. Crocheting and knitting also, it's a lot of math. Figure what you need. You gotta count every single stitch. You gotta know where you are. one I just have to make sure I'm getting the right, I'm skipping through in between. See how much better that row looks than the bottom row? More space. I like that much better. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. All right. So I have learned, I don't know why it took me so long to figure it out, but I have learned that in StreamYard, they have that music like you're listening to right now that you can play in the background. As long as it's, I won't say that. Back up. I have experimented to see if the YouTube library music is okay to use in the back of our background, because it made perfect sense to me when I thought about it. When we use it in our videos, and this is going to be a video after my live, it'll still be there as a video for people to watch. So in my mind, it should be fine to have that music playing in the background of my live, or at the end of my live, or whatever. And so I've been doing that with my endings on my other lives, and it's going really well. So I'll load us some music from the YouTube library, because I don't have epidemic sound or anything like that to use while we're working on our projects, to listen to, not to listen to while we're working on our project, because it'll be music that's okay to have in the video. So I will get that done. And I'm happy to be back to crocheting again. I've missed it. No, my eyes, it's hard to be patient. It's really hard to be patient because I have a lot of sewing to work on, and so many projects to work on. I'm a quilter, for those who may not remember that or know that. Um, and so I have projects that I'm wanting to do, projects that need to be done, and I'm just patiently waiting. And I'll be crocheting while I'm waiting. So yeah, so I hadn't crocheted in 2 years. And I don't know if you can still see it. Not really. But I have a blister on this thumb right there. Not focus. Don't go crazy. Put the hand up there. This whole, I have a blister here from my crochet hook. A fly on my nose. And it was really sore through here yesterday. It's feeling better today. The blister's still there. I can feel it, but it's not like ouch, ouch, ouch anymore. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. All right, we're going to make it to the end of this row. A few more to do here. I like this stitch better. It looks a lot better. I don't know if you can see a big difference, but I can see a big difference there. Oh, all right, missed the hole that time. We only got this much further, so bear with me. We're going to get there. Oops, I forgot to change too. Almost there. where I'm not going to move wrong and pull all my stitches out. See that? So there's, can you see the difference in this square and this square? I'm going to like this one much better right here. Better than this one. I like this. Because it's a pink top, it's summer, so it needs to be airy, and I just like that better. I might try a pod on the next row. Oh, there it is. That's what I'll be working on till I get to where I'm able to the point with my vision where I can focus and finish out my pretty sweatpants. Hi Janelle, hello. I hope you have a wonderful day too. Thank you. So for the rest of the day, I'm going to be crocheting. The way I do my crafting hour is I don't like only work on the project during my live. It would take a long, I've been live for almost an hour and I did 1, 2, 3 rows, right? So at that rate, you'd be watching me crochet on that forever. And we want to do other things too. We want to have multiple things going on. And so we'll be doing different things. I might be painting, I might be drawing, I might be crocheting. We'll just see how it's going to go. There's Christina with Dice and Picture. Hello. Christina, I can see good enough to crochet again without getting a migraine. So crafting hour is back. I don't know what time I'm going to do it. It'd be best to do it mid-morning, 11 noon. Today I started at 12:30, but do it before Doug gets home, and I'm not making him have to be all super quiet because I'm live, right? Because he'll be home in about half an hour, so this actually worked out pretty good. I'll have to think about that, and we'll just see how it's going to go. And I got to go design me a new intro and outro now because I don't have one. I can't find it. And it's been 2 years since I used it for anything, and I already took it out of StreamYard because I'm like, I can use it for other things. So I clean house and my StreamYard stuff. Knowing it's there in my computer, I'll find it later. I just didn't search for the right thing this morning, and I was in a hurry. Things never go right when you're in a hurry, right? But we'll get it together. And we'll get it done. So Christina says she's been working on a blanket. Nice. Cruising is fun anytime. It's also is knitting and working on blankets. I'm crocheting and working on a winter sweater that I'll try to finish. I don't know that I'll have to see if I can figure out what size book I was using. The project from 2 years ago, so I don't know if I have notes on it or not. Well, I know I do, but where are they? So yeah, so August 6th, 2022 was our last craft hour live, and that's when I had my head injury, my concussion. What I did is I had a horrible fall. I hit my head, almost my temple. If it had been this, like seriously, I can feel it. It's right here, and I had stitches. If it had been down here, it would have been a whole other story if I hit my temple. But I didn't. I hit up here. Now I had stitches up there, and I'm thankful for the shape I'm in. Right, it was so long ago, and I'm still recovering. I still have memory issues that, and my vision is still healing, but it's healing. So once in a while, when I'm out somewhere around people I don't know and I have memory issues, and another thing that'll happen is the wrong word will come out. I'll know what I mean. It's not what I say. It's not what came out, and people are like, and if Doug's looking, I'll just look at him and say, "What am I trying to say?" then, I, then I tell them I have a brain injury and I have a memory problem. And sometimes the wrong words come out. So bear with me. And Doug doesn't always wait for me to ask either. He'll just say, and that's fine because that's what I want because it puts me on the spot when things come out wrong. When I'm around people that I don't know because they don't understand, they can imagine all kinds of things for the reason why I'm not talking right? So it's better just to have him there to throw some words out there, or I'll say, "What do I mean?" And he'll say, or I'll say, that wasn't the right word." So yeah, I'm laughing about it because I always try to see the positive side of things, and things are improving. So that's what I focus on. That's what I try to focus on, and it helps me a lot. But I am thrilled to be able to crochet again, and now I'm just counting the days so I'm able to sew again. I'm ready to sew, and looking forward to it. But for now, I'm going to be happily crocheting. And as soon as I finish this tank top, then I'll go back and work on my sweater. I'll show you the sweater. I showed you the colors I bought for the sweater. So this is the sweater colors here. And then I may make the sleeves longer. They're not all the way long enough, but I didn't know what I was going to do for the cuff in my wrist. So here's this, which will fold in half and do a sleeve. And then, I didn't know if I wanted to do a different stitch down to my wrist or leave it just open like it will be here. I hadn't decided yet. And I don't have to decide until I'm done with my tank top because this is going back in the drawer. So good. But it looks like I was using a pretty fine hook. It may be the hook I'm using here, or it may be an F hook. Looks like it could be an F hook. But that looks a little taller, so I think it was even a little bit smaller than an F hook. I'll have to experiment around and see if I can gauge the right height. Because the bigger your hook, the bigger and taller your stitches are because you can use more yarn. So I'll have to see. I wish it was a bigger hook. It'd be easier to work with. But at the time, it wasn't an issue what size the hook was. So I went for a nice closed stitch to keep me warm because it's for winter. So I know why I did it, and that's a good reason. So I'm putting that back in the drawer. Y'all, I got this new desk, and so Doug reminded me, oh, you're going to have something to put your projects in now. You're going to have projects. He knows me well. Like I said, if I don't have 10 things going on at the same time, I don't know what to do with myself. So he's like, you're going to need a place to store that stuff. So I'm like, perfect. On this side of my desk, I have a file drawer, and I just will use it to store my projects in. It worked pretty good. It did. So that's my plan for that. And hi, buddy. What you doing? She's always asleep in my chair. Always. So thank you, Sea Devil. She's such pretty colors, and I really like these. I really like these. Now this is not the softest yarn. I went just locally and uh, bought yarn. Later, I'll be getting the softer, um, soft yarn that I make hats out of. Those would make a great sweater. It's so soft. I just was sitting there in my sweater going, oh, this is not quite as soft. The colors are gorgeous. So those are my plans. So if we don't have anything else to do on a Saturday when I'm live, it'll probably be around 11:30. I think. I think that would work. That's what would work for my schedule and Doug's schedule. It'd be right before he gets home. And it's not early. I won't have to be drinking coffee while I'm crocheting. And yeah, I think that'll work. That's what I'm going to shoot for. And just have a little crafting hour and have some friends up with me. And if you're working on a project, we can work on projects together. And we can have coffee too. That's fine. But this time of day, I'll probably be drinking iced tea or water. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad to be back. So thanks for celebrating with me today that I am able to crochet again for the first time in 2 years without getting a migraine. And I can stay focused on my stitches and my eyes don't get super tired. Because up till now, about 1 minute's been my tolerance limit. And by then, I already have a migraine. So super happy. I can tell there's been a shift and a change. And so over the weekend, I'm like, oh, let's be a minute. See what happens. So I'm happy that I did. But anyway, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. I'm going to get over here to my other place for my where did I put it? Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, I remember that. So y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. Love you. And that's Doug calling. That was perfect timing.